Okie doke. So let me copy in the little prompt that we're going to use today. I feel like we may have used it before, but maybe ages and ages and ages ago. So maybe you two weren't in the memberships. This is a good one to revisit. So we're going to use the prompt, something I wish I knew earlier. And the idea behind this is to share some tips, a bit of advice, kind of a bit more of a kind of education piece, share some information, share something helpful that you kind of know now, but you wish you would have known earlier in your journey, whatever journey that you've been on as a business owner, as a mom, as a coach, as a product-based business, whatever journey that you're on. Some tiny little bit of information that you know now probably would have been more handy to know earlier on. I don't mean like huge life lessons. This is not like
Yeah.
a big thing. I'm talking like little websites that you wish you knew of, or connections that you wish you knew of, or accounts that you now know of that you wish you'd have followed before or knew about them before. Shortcuts, tools, websites, places, people, those kinds of things that probably would have been handier for you to have known earlier on in your journey, or maybe a year or two ago, that might have been helpful for you to know. And so you're sharing that with your audience, be like, this is something that's really helped me. Was helpful. This person was great. This website is great. This app is great. Go and check it out now so that you can feel the benefit of it sooner than I did. Okay. And then you can just fill that in. So whatever it is, whether it's a websites I wish I knew earlier, suppliers I wish I knew earlier, networking groups I wish I knew of earlier. What other ones did I put? I put co-working spots I wish I knew earlier. I'm only starting to discover ones that are near me that you can go and do co-working at. I wish I'd have known about that like 2 years ago. That would have been really helpful to know. So whatever the thing is, you put that at the beginning. Something I wish I knew earlier. And then in that space in the caption underneath, you can kind of go into it a bit more detail, talk about why you liked it, how it's helpful, how it's helped you. But this is not like a course worthy, like all the things I know now that I want to tell you about. These are just tiny little, I hate the word hacks, but like little tips, little nuggets of here's something that I use that's helpful. Here's a person that I know that's really handy. This is a place that I go to that really, really works for me. And then you can share those in that prompt, and that becomes your hook. That sentence is the hook on the post. The one that I saw done this as a reel, so this was a hook as text over the top of a reel, and just had a very short 10-second clip of her in the clip, like smiling, chatting to people in the clip. You may want to have one of those kind of, I call them B-roll video clips, because they're not you speaking to the camera, they're you in the camera but not necessarily facing the camera. They're kind of like secondary footage, documentary type footage of you like in it but not talking to the camera. So if you've got any clips like that, they would work perfectly here. Or if you've got any clips of your products, Donna, you've got like an overview of the collection or anything like that, that would work really well as well here. Yeah, and then we're just going to use that as the text prompt over the top of the reel. I have found a nice audio that we can use if you want to, but you could pretty much put any audio with it. So I think the key thing here is working out what you're going to share, what the thing is that you're going to, the piece of advice, the tip, and then you can fill that into the something I wish I knew earlier. Okay. So let's spend the first sort of couple of minutes working out what the idea is, and you kind of working out what you want to put in the caption, and then we can add the visual and the audio afterwards, okay?
Could it be a book?
It could be a book. Yes, books are fantastic resources. Yeah, books, podcasts, websites, apps. Yeah, books I wish I had found earlier. That would be a great one.
It's got to be something more practical. It's, you know, instead of it being words of wisdom, it needs to be actually something that you're recommending to someone, basically.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I'm seeing this. Yeah, like
Yeah.
real practical physical things that someone could then go and look up and buy or
Yeah.
sign up for. Yeah.
Okay.